Alright, good day everyone. Welcome back to another daily analysis with the price action index. I will go through selected pairs and I basically tell you what I'll be expecting to occur for the current day, current section, and the rest part of the week. Now today is quite different. We're doing a weekly analysis, and since it's the last day of the month, and tomorrow we'll be starting a new month, so I'll be going from the monthly time frame down to the daily and the hourly. So starting off on the monthly, so basically what we have here is seeing that price failed to close above previous month's low. We traded below that level and we rejected closing above. Now that's a sign showing we might likely see a little bit of bullish pressure starting out the new month, and that's not a confirmation for a reversal. Take note, just a sign that we might likely see some bullish pressure earlier on let's say earlier on the week, or should I say month. Then we might see a continuation if necessary. Now that as well, and also wanting to note that we didn't take out the previous monthly high, but we did take out the previous monthly high on the silver, giving a bearish SMT divergence. Now with involved with the addition of that SMT divergence, now I'll be more interested in looking for sales. Now sales to what objective? Probably this low right here, the low of March candle, you understand? So now basically we've been consolidating. Now you can see based off the candle, how the candle opened and closed, you can see it's just consolidation. Now I'm definitely ready for an expansion on gold. We might definitely have a trending, clean, nice trending month going into I think when the month of June, and we might seek sell side objective and lower price objective back to this fair value gap. That's very possible. Now this is with the idea of no external involvement, meaning we do not have newer crisis or probably wars coming in. I'm just saying based off the current things the market is showing to me, we might see lower prices going into this new month and a more trending market going into this new month. Now I also take note a lot can happen at the start, midpoint, and towards the ending of the month. So starting out, I won't really be looking for sales. Taking it, I said how we closed above the previous month's low would entice me to look for higher prices earlier on the week. Now going forward, if we do keep on pushing higher and this whole stuff is violated, and even if we do take out this high right here, like those who have been following me for some time, they know after price takes out this level, I'll definitely be looking for higher prices back to probably buy side here and buy side here. But starting out, I'm still going to be insisting on bearish price action. Now moving on to silver, not silver per se, the weekly chart. Sorry. Now you can see the weekly chart. You can see the rejections we had on that level, and before going down back to the monthly, saw price rejecting the midpoint of that long week. So we have seen some rejections at that level. And last week you can see the rejections we had after price swept this relatively equal lows. We had price closing bullish, taking out the previous week's high as well. But I would also want to see higher prices going into this week. First, initially, I would want to see higher prices going into this new week, as that would be more interesting for me. Now on the daily, same thing, but more PDRs to look out for. Like for example, we have the inverse fair value gap to look out for right here. I would still want price to dig in a bit into this inverse fair value gap. I would want to see that price push into this level higher, and we can see room for price going after higher objective. That's also possible, but yeah, as the weeks go by and the days go by, I'll give you guys feedback on what I'll be interested in. Now switching back to the monthly, go to silver. So clearly you can see the SMT divergence being shown right here. So price sweeping at the previous month's high and rejecting. You can see this the monthly chart, and I've been saying for some while I would want to see there's a weekly chart. I would want to see silver sweep some this liquidity level right here, and we might likely do that going into this month. So I'll be paying attention to those levels as well, paying attention to that. And if there's some invalidations, you already know, I'll give you guys updates on the day-to-day analysis as well. Now, last but not the least, we have the dollar index starting out off on the. There's really nothing much to say on the monthly chart, but here you can see the rejection price sweeping low, taking out, creating new low, sweeping sell side liquidity. And personally, I would love to see the dollar index trade back into the 101.9 area, which is this high right here. We might clock the 102 price for dollar index. We want to see higher prices on dollar index, which is in support of our bearish bias on gold, which is very nice. And like always, you do not just expect the market to start running there. It's a monthly chart. We might see some level, some degree of bearish price action before a bullish one. Now, levels on the weekly chart to take note of. We have price. Here's something to note. Price failing to close above this weekly high right here, rejecting those levels. So yeah, there's definitely a possibility of us seeing a lower price run for a bit. And there are levels I'm interested in that I marked out to watch. Okay, let me just go down, which is on the daily time frame. There's a suspension block right here. I'm taking note of this PDRA right here. I'm watching how we react around this level, and also if we do violate that level, we also have one other fair value gap right there I'll be interested in. Be interested in price. We'll keep maintaining until we keep on pushing higher. So that's my idea and that's my game plan. And take note, you can see how we did close on the daily, failed to close below this low on the daily, showing signs of rejection. So it would be cool to just be patient. Take note, the monthly bias is the higher time frame bias. I'll be wanting to see gold trade lower on the monthly basis. The dollar index trade lower. I want to see gold trade lower and dollar index trade higher. That's a long-term objective, but a lot of things can happen. That's like 30 days. 21 trading days. You understand? So doesn't mean all the 21 candle would definitely go straight. We might have a scenario whereby we have a AMD situation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So keep an eye out for that. Also, you get more updates from me. I'm just giving you guys my long-term interest on gold and gold, silver, and dollar index. So that will be all for today. To have a nice day, and yeah.